Your Honor, who would you like next?
Geraldine Delbosque.
Yes, Your Honor. Be right back.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So this guy showed up yesterday. Where is he? I did a video. I'm looking for it. Oh, it's called Quality Naked. And who's it? Zach sent that to me. So then Krissy over at CourtWithKrissy tells me there's a whole hell of a lot more to this story. So she sends me this clip. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I of course you're gonna feel bad for the kids, but you got to see this train wreck. You really do. Let's do it. She might come along and give us information. I don't know. I saw a bit of it. I can't figure it out. I think he's like with both of these chicks. I don't know if he's married to her. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. It's a hot mess.
You can't sit down.
Is Krissy here? I don't see her. I invited her on, but she's a big chicken.
You can't sit down.
Ms. Delbosque, can I have your name, please?
Geraldine Delbosque.
All right, let me call your case. This is the state of Michigan versus Geraldine Delbosque, file 26-44328-FY. Ms. Delbosque, my name is Judge Hesselink. I'm coming to you from the district court. Mr. Brown is here as a defense attorney. Mr.
Yeah, she's on his roster. I don't know which number though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Fortier is here from the prosecutor's office. My job today is to arraign you. That is to tell you what you're charged with, tell you what your rights are, and then to set bond. The complaint made against you reads as follows. It says in honor about January 29th of 2026 in Livingston Township of Otsego County, you did commit the following two offenses. Count one is charged as resisting and obstructing a police officer. It says that you did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Deputy Brandon Walker, a sheriff's deputy of the county of Otsego, who you knew or had reason to know was performing his or her duties contrary to the Michigan compiled laws. That normally would be a felony offense with a 2-year and or $2,000 maximum penalty. However, the prosecutor has also alleged that you are a habitual offender with a fourth offense notice, which reads as follows. It says that you were previously convicted of 3 or more felonies or attempts to commit felonies. On or about March 5th of 2010, you were convicted of the offense of larceny in a building attempted in the 46th Circuit Court for the Otsego County of Otsego in the state of Michigan. On or about March 27th of 2014, you're convicted of the offense of larceny in a building in the 38th Circuit Court for Monroe County in the state of Michigan. And on or about September the 5th, 2018, you were convicted of the offense of controlled substance possession being cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams in the 46th Circuit Court for Otsego County and State of Michigan. Therefore, the penalty is 15 years, as the underlying felony offense has a maximum less than 5 years. So the enhanced fourth offense notice penalty is up to 15 years in prison. You understand the name of count one? You understand the maximum penalty of count one? I'm sorry, Deputy, I'm not able to hear what she's saying. Are you guys on mute?
No, Your Honor, she's having a
I'm
little,
sick.
she's had a sore throat.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
sick.
I did see you say say yes, but I wasn't able to hear you, so I'll listen more carefully in the future, right? Count two is exactly the same charge, so the name is exactly the same, resisting and obstructing a police officer. It says that you did assault, batter, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger a different deputy by the name of Frank Rock, who was a deputy with the Otsego County Sheriff's Department, who you knew or had reason to know was performing his or her duties contrary to Michigan compiled laws. Again, that would normally be a 2-year and or $2,000 felony offense. However, the prosecutor has filed the exact same habitual offender fourth offense notice as I just read to you, and that has the effect of enhancing the sentence up to a maximum of 15 years in prison. Do you understand the name of count two?
Yes.
Do you understand the maximum penalty of count two?
Yes.
All right. As to each and all of those charges, you have the following rights. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute. You have the right to have an attorney represent you, and you have the right to have a trial before a judge or a jury.
All right, CourtWithKrissy, you big chicken, bok. Put us some knowledge as to what the hell's going on here. I can't figure it out.
If you wanted a trial, the trial rights would include the right to see, hear, and question witnesses against you, the right to present your own witnesses and evidence and get a subpoena from the court to require those witnesses to appear and testify. You could testify or you could remain silent, and if you chose to remain silent, that silence could not be used against you. At a trial, you'd be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and that burden of proof would remain with the prosecutor at all times. Finally, at a trial, you'd have the right to automatically appeal any error. However, if you enter a plea, you'd be limited to asking the court for permission to appeal, and that might not be granted. Do you understand the rights that I've just given to you?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any questions about any of those rights?
No, I don't.
All right, Mr. Brown, have you had a chance to meet with Ms. Delbosque about her right to an attorney?
I have, Your Honor. She would qualify, and I did forward that information.
All right, Ms. Delbosque, the attorney that administers the court-appointed attorney list is called Mr. Gilo, and he will decide which specific attorney is going to represent you. Until you've had a chance to meet with that attorney, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf in order to protect your rights. Because you're charged with felony offenses, I'm also going to set 2 quick court hearings in order to...
Yeah, I was confused as hell by this. You'll see in a second. This guy shows up and he's got 2 chicks from his roster in court with him. They are all incarcerated in different facilities. That's messed up. Holy wow. Holy wow is also a CourtWithKrissy's fault, by the way. That's way back in the day.
protect your rights as well. The first is called a probable cause conference. That will happen within the next 7 days. That's a chance for your attorney and the prosecutor to meet to try to resolve the case quickly. The next hearing will be a preliminary examination. That will happen within the next 21 days. And that's a short hearing in district court in front of me as the judge, where the prosecutor is required to prove a small amount of evidence called probable cause that you committed the crime that you've been charged with. That is not a determination of guilt or innocence. It's simply a check to make sure that there is sufficient evidence to proceed with the case. Do you have any questions about those two proceedings?
No, I don't.
All right, what we're going to do next then is I'm going to talk to both lawyers about what bond should be. And then once you've heard what they have to say, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say anything else that you want me to be aware of as well. Mr. Fortier, your thoughts on bond?
Well, Judge, she does have a noted criminal history with a decent number of charges regarding substance abuse issues. Part of, I think, the problem is abuse of alcohol and or drugs. So
Ma'am, are you a whore?
any bond conditions, she not use or possess any alcohol or controlled substances, that she participate in substance abuse testing program and report via community corrections. I also think, given the factual circumstances around this particular set of charges and how it involved a removal order for minor children.
Oh no, this is way back in the day. I don't mean to get into all the history, but I think this is before she even had a channel. She sends me Kingma. That's the guy's name. He's got another DUI. I need those appearances. He's my favorite. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, it's this guy.
Holy wow. That's messed up.
It's just one of my all-time favorites. It still is.
Children, to the extent that any jurisdiction exists over Ms. Del Bosque by the family division, that she have to comply with their orders as part of any bond conditions, and would request a $5,000 cash surety or 10% bond provision, that she not have any contact with the minor children unless otherwise ordered by the court. And that's it, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Brown, your thoughts?
Your Honor, Ms. Del Bosque is a local resident. I don't believe she's ever failed to appear. At least I haven't heard that she's failed to appear for any court appearances. She's been in this area for about 20 years, currently lives with her husband. I was aware that there might have been some children that were removed. I don't know if there's any kind of a CPS case ongoing or not. As far as the children go and no contact with the children, I mean, in the criminal case, based upon this particular charge, I'm not sure that would be appropriate. In the CPS case, if that is something that they want to do, I'm sure that they could do that. Excuse me. I don't believe she's on any kind of bond or probation currently. So it has been a while, at least, since her last offense for which she was convicted. I would ask.
I'm just getting railroaded here.
All that when setting a bond in this particular matter.
Ms. Del Bosque, you also will have the right to address me in just a minute. I simply want to caution you not to give me any facts of the underlying case, because this court hearing is being recorded and that might be used against you in the future. However, if there's anything that you want to tell me about bonds, such as where you live, circumstances of your housing, circumstances of your employment, your likelihood to appear in the future, I'd be happy to listen to any of those things that you want to tell me about.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I got 2 jobs. I am recently employed with. My housing, I rent my house. I got a vehicle. I don't ever miss my court dates ever. And I could really use a PR bond so I can get out and start working.
All right. Thank you very much for letting me know that information. The prior criminal history does include a relatively recent similar charge of police officer assault, resist, and obstruct from August of 2025. It's my understanding she's not currently on probation for that, as I believe that was out of Kalkaska County. She didn't get much, if any, probation for that. But I do note that that's a relatively recent charge, and she does have a number of drug and alcohol related convictions on her prior record. It's also my understanding that the CPS case that was referenced by both counsel is next on the docket for me, so I'm somewhat aware of the circumstances of that case. And it involves the children being removed from the home where she was acting as the stepmom. Not all allegations are made against her. There are against the father that was living in the home as well, but it involves the heavy use of alcohol by all parties in
Oh my God, Cinderella had a better stepmom.
the home and domestic violence occurring within the home while the children were present. So I just placed that on the record so the court has the ability to make decisions about the safety of the children, even if it's not in the CPS case itself specifically. All right. I do believe that the prosecutor's request for bond is appropriate given the serious nature of the charges, given the recency of a prior conviction for that and the the past drug and alcohol related charges indicating that she's likely to continue to use and for the safety of the children as well. So I will order that the bond be $5,000 cash surety or 10%. That means, Ms. Del Bosque, that you would have to post $500 to be able to be released for that. Conditions of your release would be that you report for any scheduled court dates, that you abide by any judgment of the court, that you not leave the state of Michigan without the permission of the court, that you not commit any crime while on release, and that you immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or telephone number. In addition, you would not be able to use alcohol or any illegal controlled substance while out on bond. You must participate in a substance abuse testing or monitoring programs through Community Corrections, and that is the agency that monitors people that are on bond for the court. You would also not be able to purchase or possess a firearm or other dangerous weapon, and you may not have contact with minor children unless otherwise ordered by the court, and that would include the Del Bosque stepchildren that you have with Gerald Del Bosque. Then you also must contact Community Corrections within 24 hours of your release so that you can set up the requirements that I've just indicated. Ms. Del Bosque, do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
No, I don't.
Mr. Portier, any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Brown?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, that'll be the order of the court then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Last, stand over, please. Thank you very much.
One final question, Ms. Del Bosque. Deputy, if you don't mind. Del Bosque,
Nope,
do you wish to be present for the CPS case? You're not named as a parent in that. You're named as a step parent. Do you wish to be present for that case?
Yes.
Deputy, do you believe that she could stay in that room? Let me ask this. Is Mr. Del Bosque scheduled to be in that court hearing as well, to the best of your knowledge, Deputy?
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe he is, Your Honor.
Are you able to get both of them on Zoom, or do you need to have him in this room to be on Zoom appropriately?
No, sir, I can use this and our tablet for Zoom.
All right. And do you have Mr. Gerald Del Bosque at the jail now? I believe you do. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you could leave Ms. Del Bosque, however you want to arrange it, I'd just like to have both of them present for that next court hearing, if you don't mind, please.
Yes, Your Honor, we can do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're going to stay here, Ms. Del Bosque?
Okay.
So when I call up, the door will be locked, okay? If you need anything, knock on the window, we'll answer, okay? We'll be roaming the halls. And then I'll get everything else set up. So,
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor? Sorry. Your Honor?
Yes.
You said that was
Yep.
next? All right, sir.
Yes. Yes. Good.
I assume that's what AC jail is.
I'm sorry?
I said at least I assume that's what AC jail is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Lit a match in the tabloids.
Like DHS and the elevating room.
Too little
Go ahead and let them in. I'll just let everybody know that we're waiting for the jail here to get Mr. Del Bosque ready.
Halos on shadows, lullabies for ghosts. But the elaborate scheme was conceived in your throat. played your part like a movie queen, a silver screen light in a magazine dream. You said they were real, but their points spin. Whispers made flesh. You tonsil twins, yeah, baby bump in a pillow within. Play and pretend till the truth walked in. The spotlight fades and the lights grow dim. Now who's gonna choose? Tonsil twins.
No, the court is playing Tonsil
The
Twins.
script was a mouthful, too hard to conceal. You spat out your lines, but choked on the reveal. The truth was a burden you couldn't swallow down.
It's good enough for me.
Stereotype
Thank you.
splashed on your gown. It's hard to keep your story straight when the paper trail shows no due date. You said they were real, but they're born in spin. Echoes and rumors, it's tonsil twins. You danced on the edge just to reel them in. Your whole defense started to spin. Now
Can you hear me, Yana?
Oh, I can. Thank you.
There's Mr. Delbos.
Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Delaney, do you know if Mr. Sommerfeld is going to be with us today?
So, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, this is a fate worse than death. This is a fate worse than death. You're incarcerated, having a court appearance with two chicks that you're currently hooking up with. Oh God, it doesn't get worse than this.
To just you from the department?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. All right, my name is Judge Hesselink. I'm coming to you from the Otsego County Family Court. I'm going to call this matter and then we'll get started. This is the State of Michigan versus the Del Bosque children, Daisy and Holly. It's file J-26-381-NA. This is an initial proceeding, at emergency removal hearing, first hearing on the petition. Ms. Delaney, would you state your appearance for the record, please?
My name is Julie Delaney, and I'm a Children's Protective Services worker for Otsego County, State of Michigan.
All right, thank you very much. From the Antrim County Jail, I believe that we have Joyce Shipley. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you are the mother of both Daisy and Holly. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. From the Otsego County Jail, we have Delbert Del Bosque. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are Gilbert. Why don't you give me your full name so I make sure I get it right, sir?
Gilbert Leon Del Bosque, Jr.
All right.
That's
Thank
right.
you very much. I apologize for the wrong use of the wrong name there. And you are the father of both Daisy and Holly. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. And we also have from the Otsego County Jail, Geraldine Del Bosque, and you are the stepmother of the two children at issue. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So we have all the parties present. Ms. Delaney, I'm going to take some testimony from you. Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Could you give me just a quick overview of why the children were brought into custody at this time, and then I'll go back and talk to the others about what the charges are and notice and all that sort of stuff.
Yes, Your Honor, I am going to refer to my petition for dates, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
In August of 2025, a CPS complaint was assigned.
Yeah, the kids are in a bad spot, but the upside is it looks like things will improve for them shortly.
And at the conclusion of the investigation, there was a substantiated abuse or neglect case, and at that time an ongoing CPS case was opened. I was assigned as the ongoing worker and have been working with Mr. Del Bosque and Geraldine Del Bosque as well as the girls since that time. The underlying issue in that matter involved domestic violence between Gilbert Del Bosque and Geraldine, and there was substance abuse involved during that situation. Mr. Delbosque was lodged for a significant period of time and then went to Dukoski Treatment Center. He was sentenced by Judge Hunter on felony court. He did return home to his children and to his wife. We have been providing services to the family. Last evening at approximately 5 o'clock, new allegations came in with respect to home conditions, including lack of heat, unsanitary home conditions, and alcohol use, but by a third adult that had been living in the home. Upon receiving that information, myself and the on-call worker, Ann Sullivan, with two deputies and a law enforcement officer, ended up at the home. I had spoken with Geraldine Delbosque, who was the caretaker last evening. Based upon my contact and my knowledge of Miss Delbosque, she was slurring her words, and I believe that she was under the influence of alcohol. And I attempted to ask her to allow me into the home so I could verify the well-being of the children, and I was refused. And that at the door of the home, I again called Ms. Delbosque and asked her if I could verify the well-being of the children, and we were refused. It was at that time that Ms. Sullivan and I filed a petition with the court for emergency removal.
All right. And can you confirm from your investigation?
Good job, Julie Delaney. Professional, non-emotional, and absolutely right. Seriously. The system working as it should.
Efforts, the parental status of Ms. Shipley and Mr. Delbosque, of the two children at issue in this case?
Yes, I was not aware of it last evening, but we were able to confirm Ms. Shipley is lodged at the Antrim County Jail at this time, and after speaking with her this morning, it appears she's going to be there until at least February 9th, and Gilbert Delbosque, as the court can see, is lodged in the Otsego County Jail. It's my understanding he has 2 DOC detainers or probation violations.
Is there any other kind of throuple?
As well as a new domestic violence charge pending, although that's upon information and belief. I have not seen that in writing.
And from your investigation, Ms. Shipley has not been involved with the children for approximately how long now?
In excess of a year, she told me today, as well as telling a courtesy worker in that county.
All right, thank you. Let me just make some quick notes and then I'll turn towards the administrative functions of today's proceeding.
Your Honor, if I may, I could...
Absolutely.
Once we receive the order, I can go into what was viewed inside of the home and what happened if the court wishes.
Hector's on fire today.
Absolutely, thank you. I just want to make sure I was up to date on the circumstances that led us to today's hearing, as I did not do the petition itself last night. All right, as to the parents, it appears that everybody has gotten notice of today's hearing because you're here today, so I thank you for being here. Have each of you received a copy of the petition involved in this case? Ms. Shipley, have you received a copy?
I have.
Mr. Delbosque, have you received a copy?
I have, Your Honor.
And Ms. Geraldine Delbosque, have you received a copy yet?
No, I have not.
All right, we'll deal with that as time comes. Would any of the parents, either Ms. Shipley or Mr. Delbosque, do you want me to read the allegations to you, or have you received sufficient information from Ms. Delaney to waive or to give up the reading of that?
I'm looking it over right now, the paperwork.
All right. Ms. Shipley, do you want me to read all of the allegations in the petition, or are you sufficiently aware of them that you would waive the reading at this time?
I understand them. You don't have to read them.
All right. Mr. Delbosque, I'll give you a minute or two to glance over those things and see if you want me to, if there's anything that you want me to read to you.
It says that on 129 I was arrested due to a report of domestic violence, but it was an argument where I was called on and there was no domestic violence on that end.
All right. You certainly will be able to dispute any factual discrepancies that you.
Okay, that was stupid, but in the usual way, not terrible. And he is addressing an issue; it's just not the right time for it. That's okay. Actually, all three of them shocked me with how rational they are, and all it makes me think is this is 100% an alcohol issue. Since they're incarcerated, they're all sober. While sober, they can behave and act rationally. If they could extend that to their personal lives, they'd be fine. But they can't because there's alcohol in their personal lives. It's that simple.
See in there in the future. Today's purpose is just so that you can have a copy of it and so that you understand what the allegations are against you. And do you have any problem understanding what the allegations are?
No, Your Honor.
Do you wish me to read it, or have you had sufficient time now to read it yourself?
I have read it.
All right. I will not read it to you then. Do either parent know of any Indian tribe heritage that the court should be aware of?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Ms. Shipley? All right. Are there any other courts that are involved with the children at this time that either parent is aware of?
No, Your Honor.
No divorce courts or family courts or other courts that have jurisdiction over the children that you're aware of, Ms. Shipley?
No.
All right. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint.
He is personal friends with Chief Firewater, if that matters.
An attorney to represent both of you to make sure that your rights are represented, to make sure that you have someone that you can ask about your legal rights and the legal proceedings that are going to go ahead of you. And so we will end up adjourning today's hearing and coming back once you've had a chance to meet with your attorney, and we'll send out notices as to when that next court hearing is going to be, and then the court will notify the attorneys, and then they'll have a chance to talk with you at the various facilities that you're at. Ms. Shipley, am I correct that you're going to be at the Antrim County Jail for the foreseeable future at this point?
Yes.
Mr. Del Bosque, are you going to be at the Otsego County Jail for the foreseeable future as far as you know?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
All right. And Geraldine Del Bosque, the address that we had for you for your home address, is that where you're going to be at most likely?
970 Coslow?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. So we will send any notices that have to go out to those places to make sure that you guys get a hold of those kinds of things. Ms. Delaney, is there any additional information or as to the custody of the children and the reasons for the custody of children that you'd like to put on the record at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. I'd like to indicate that upon entering the home with 3 law enforcement officers, Ms. Sullivan and I witnessed that the home was extremely cold. The home is often cold, but it was unsafe last evening as to the temperature. The girls, Daisy was wearing her winter coat and under a blanket in the bed. The girls were trying to stay warm by using a blow dryer under the blanket. There were electric heaters going. However, there were flammable items too close to the heaters, posing a very significant fire hazard. One of the little girls had 3 pair of socks on as she was trying to keep her feet warm. There was dog feces observed in the house. One of the kids pointed out some of it to me. The children disclosed that the house had been cold for 3 days, that they witnessed Dad breaking Mom's thumb and that it was bleeding, and that Mom pulled Dad's hair. Daisy said she witnessed this. They talked about alcohol use in the home. We observed Natty Dad cans in the house, which is an alcoholic drink. As I had indicated earlier, Geraldine appeared to be under the influence, and I was informed this morning that she did have a PBT of, I believe, 0.26 last night when she was arrested. The water was frozen, according to the children, so that they could not bathe, and they had to drink out of bathtub water. That Mr. Del Bosque hit Holly's hand and that her hand was hurting last evening. Their hands were so cold that they were having to rub them to try to keep them warm, Your Honor. And those were additional things that we found after the court granted law enforcement and CPS entry into the home last evening.
All right. Do you believe it would be, well, let me ask it this way. Do you believe that there's a substantial risk of harm to the children's life, physical health, or mental well-being if they were to be remain in the home?
I do.
And what would those summarize your reasons for that, if you would, please?
Continued use of alcohol by both Mr. Del Bosque and his wife Geraldine, continued domestic violence despite all of the reasonable efforts that have been provided. The home conditions are somewhat new, but obviously the home conditions yesterday were found in an unsanitary and unsafe situation.
Do you believe that there is any service or other arrangement reasonably available to safeguard the children from that substantial risk of harm?
No, and I would like to add that obviously both legal parents are not in a position to be caring for their children at this time.
All right. And do you believe that the children could remain with the stepmother, Geraldine Del Bosque, under the circumstances that you're aware of now?
No.
And the reason for that is her intoxication and the circumstances found at the home that she was using?
That, Your Honor, in addition to not communicating with me that there were issues going on in the home that perhaps Children Protective Services could have assisted with. I learned last evening that this has been going on for a week or two, and
Can I say something?
she did not reach out.
Mr. Del Bosque, I'm going to give you a chance in just a minute, but let me finish up with Ms. Delaney, and then I'll give you an opportunity to say anything that you wish to at that time, sir. All right, Ms. Delaney, do you believe that it's the children continuing to have residence in that home would be contrary to their welfare?
Yes.
And would that be for the same reasons that you've already noted on the record?
Yes.
All right. Do you believe that there's been reasonable efforts made to prevent or eliminate the need for the removal of the children from that residence?
Yes.
Could you summarize those reasons as well, please?
Yes, there have been prior CPS investigations. There's a current CPS ongoing case, including services. The family has Medicaid. As indicated earlier, Mr. Del Bosque went to Dukoski Hall for inpatient substance abuse treatment. He'd been receiving Vivitrol injections. He's currently on probation with MDOC, felony probation. He was court-ordered to do random drug and alcohol screenings for them, attend counseling, etc. With respect to Ms. Shipley, several
What's Vivitrol? I know people in the chat now. Somebody tell me.
attempts have been made to contact her, and as the testimony indicates here today, she's not had contact with her minor children in over a year and is not in a position to care for them at this time.
All right, thank you very much. And then finally, are the conditions away from the parents adequate to safeguard the children's best interests and physical and mental health?
Yes.
Where are the children being in custody now, and who are they with?
They were placed in a licensed foster care home last evening, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. All right, is there anything else that you wish to place on the record, Ms. Delaney?
I'd only ask the court to address the contact issue between the parents and the children in the event they were released.
All right, I will do that in just a minute. Mr. Del Bosque, you had something that you wish to state for the record?
Yes.
Thanks, Zelda. That's clear as mud. Vivitrol is naltrexone. Now I understand. In English, please.
Miss Delaney did know that there was no real heat in the house. She had been in there before. So for her to say that she did not know would not be true.
May I respond, Your Honor, or no?
And then
there we go.
All right, hang on, Mr. Del Bosque. Why don't you give us all of what you're going to say first, and then we'll let Ms. Delaney respond. Go ahead, sir, if there's anything else.
Yes, well, because she had been there, and she had been to the house, and she went upstairs, and I asked her not to foul on me because as prior to, she had picked up my daughter, and then she fell on my daughter, and then she was just more worried about her than my daughter. So she shouldn't have been picking up my daughter in the first place. That's not real professional, I do believe.
Anything else, Mr. Del Bosque?
No, other than that, I mean, no, but I'm kind of she said that she would help with services and immediate, heat response and stuff like that. And then she just wouldn't get back I'm just, for her to say that she had no idea that there were space heaters. She had literally walked in the room a couple of weeks ago and new.
All right, thank you, Mr. Del Bosque. Ms. Delaney, any additional comments?
Yes, I would just respond that on January 12th, I was in the home, and Mr. Del Bosque is correct that I understood there were heating issues, but at that time, both of the bedrooms had adequate heat. They were using space heaters, and the temperature was sufficient and warm that it was not a risk to the children.
All right.
So cram it. I can tell you one thing right now. I still can't follow all the chaos, but I'll tell you one thing. As I sit here, Julie Delaney is not the freaking problem. She is not the problem. She's the solution. The problem is in the other squares.
Thank you very much. All right. It does appear to me to be appropriate to make sure that we have attorneys appointed for each of the parents and for the children in this case. While the case is pending, I'm also going to order that the parents not have any contact with the children. That will include the stepmother of the children, given the allegations of what the circumstances were when the children were within her care as well. Ms. Delaney, is there anything else that the court needs to do at this time?
I do not believe so. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. As to each of the parties, the court will mail out the notices to you of the next court date. We'll also set attorneys for the two biological parents. Ms. Geraldine Del Bosque, if you wish to be represented, you'd have to get your own attorney at this point because you are simply the stepmother and not the biological parent of the two children. The court is simply will allow you to participate if you wish. You're not required to, as you're not a respondent specifically in this court case. The court will order the protective order of no contact between the parents and the children, and will reconsider that in the future upon any motion by the attorneys or by the parents. That will be the order of the court. Thank you very much. That's all for today.
All right. Big shout out to Court with Chrissy. She is going to, I got a message from her. She is going to do a stream or a premiere or something, I think, at 6:30. So she's in Michigan, that's Eastern time, so that's 5:30 Central. A little less than an hour. She's got a stream going on. But go give her some love. Give her some likes and some subscribes and all that good stuff. She's good people. Now, I back to my regularly scheduled program. I got some nuggets. I got some nuggets from Zach over at Law Nerds Unite. Let's do this thing. Oh, wait. I got to switch. You're never going to believe it, but this guy's stupid.
What's your name?
They got Deshaun Robinson.
Robinson? All right, Mr. Robinson, you are charged with obstruction. That bond is set at 1,000, public drunk, 1,000, simple, and 2 counts of simple battery, which is $2,000 each. Your total bond is $6,000. You must not violate any laws while you're out on bond. I'm setting that preliminary hearing date for February the 24th at 8:30 a.m. If you bond out, you don't have to worry about that. And I'm also appointing an attorney to you. Good luck to you, sir.
Hey, I got something to tell you right quick. Well, just so I'm not sure if it'll help right now, but I wasn't in public drunk at all.
Are you finna help?
I was at my residence, and that can cover all the other charges. I was saying if since I was at my residence and I wasn't publicly drunk, and they just showed up at my house, I was just wondering if I could probably get signed out on signature bond, just because of that.
Okay. Sir, in the warrant, it alleges that you committed the offense of public intoxication when you were sleeping in front of a random person's back door of their residence.
That's my apartment. I wasn't sleeping. They showed up. I was at my I was not in public. That's what I'm saying. They just showed up at the back of my residence, and I was
Yeah, you were a big dummy. This is so fun.
sitting, and they just showed up, and they just arrested me. Since I wasn't in public for that point,
They just showed up in jackboots and kicked down his door and stormed in. Not quite.
could I probably get a signature bond? Could that
Can't
be?
give you a signature bond on these battery cases, so it wouldn't help anyway.
Ooh, thank you.
They ask you for identification. You resist it, tightening your body, putting your hands behind your back. They had to carry you to your vehicle. You kicked and spit on one of the officers, two of the officers. Another officer you missed. You wrapped my arm in the leg shackles that were placed on Mr. Robinson. So I definitely couldn't give you consent bond. Your bond is $6,000. Your preliminary hearing is February 24th, and I have appointed an attorney to you. Good luck to you.
Okay, last one I have is John Moore.
All right, let's take up Mr. Moore.
Good.
That was my boy Frankie. Sometimes we call him Franks and Beans.
We are on the record in 25 TR 983, State of Kansas versus John Walter Moore. Is that you, sir?
Yes, right.
All right. Jared Regier appearing for the state. Mr. Walter, Mr. Moore, the defendant in person and pro se. And Mr. Moore, you're here on one count of operating a motor vehicle without a valid license on February 12th of 2025. You do have the right to hire an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. Looks like you've already done that, and Darren Patterson has been appointed.
Yeah, can I just pay a fine or something?
Well, let's look at your history. You have a little bit of an interesting history. July 30th of 2025, you and your daughter came in, your daughter Ashley.
Yeah.
You filled out a court-appointed attorney application. Darren Patterson was appointed. Your next hearing was set for October 20th at 8 a.m. You were supposed to get your picture and prints taken with a $1,000 OR bond.
Yeah.
When your next court date of October, well, let's see. Then you showed up September 11th of 2025, saying you wanted to retract your plea.
Yeah, I tried to go to the district attorney down there, but she said I'd have to wait a week. And
well, that
when you asked me what I wanted to do.
Well, it looks like on July 30th, we entered a plea of not guilty and set it over for October 20th and appointed Mr. Patterson. But before October 20th came, you said you wanted to set aside that plea. So what were you wanting to do? Enter a plea of guilty?
Yeah. I mean, it was expired, my license. Well, I just didn't know it.
Then the matter was set so the clerk told you, no, you need to still come to court October 20th with your attorney. And then October 20th came and you weren't here.
I was here, but I thought it was at 2:00.
That means you weren't here between 9 and noon. And
yeah.
A bond forfeiture bench worth, 2,000 cash or surety bond set.
Yeah.
Then you came in with another woman who seemed to be helping you. I don't know if that was Ashley or not.
That's my wife.
Okay, that was your wife.
Yeah.
but it was not on the schedule. They found out you had court at 9 a.m. and they told you and Mrs. Moore that.
And I was here too.
Yeah. All right. So let's
It's
pick
a
up.
mess.
All right. Let's go back to the very first when you entered a plea of guilty. And I'm going to remind you, since that's been July of 25, you've been charged with one count of operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. The state said you were doing that in Butler County on February 12th of 2025.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how do you want to have an attorney? You had Mr. Patterson appointed.
No, it was expired.
So first question is, do you want an attorney? You have an attorney. I appointed Darren Patterson at your first appearance. Do you still want that attorney?
No, can I just pay a fine?
All right. So you want to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Well, then the officer's going to give you a piece of paper. Can you read pretty well?
Can you read pretty well, Stefsky?
Yeah, I can read.
Okay. All right. Well, he's going to give you what's called a waiver of counsel, showing that you understand. Do you understand? You can hire any attorney of your choice. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I can let Mr. Patterson continue as your court-appointed attorney. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
But you never have talked to Mr. Patterson since he was appointed?
No, I talked to his secretary, I think, and he said that he didn't have to be here today because for some reason. I said, okay. I said, well, I really don't need him. I had an expired license. I mean, I know that.
All right. Look over
The
that.
police officer showed me that. I just thought I renewed the same time Holly did.
All right. Do
We
you
both
have your
have.
daughter or your wife, anyone with you today?
Yeah, she's right there.
Which one is it?
My wife.
All right. Can she step over here and tell me her name?
Start reading now.
My name's Holly Moore.
Sign right there.
Miss Moore, can he read okay?
Yeah, he can read okay.
But he understands well?
Yes, he does.
All right. If you want to watch it over his shoulder and see what he's reading there.
He's just telling you we can have an attorney.
Yeah.
if you want one.
Yeah, I want to waste time. It will expired. Already been a mess. Yeah, the first time they come in,
Let him sign.
they had a water line broke in the courthouse and everybody went home early. I said, oh, no. And I tried to get arrested 3 times.
You tried to get arrested 3 times?
Yeah, I couldn't get
Nobody
arrested.
would arrest you.
No. And then the 3rd time I went in, they said, well, your paperwork's too old. I said, are you kidding me? I said, okay.
Well, let's see. Maybe you'll get lucky and not be arrested today.
I've never
Are you
I've
wanting to
been-
be
been in
arrested
trouble.
today?
No, he got arrested for the failure to appear, so
Yeah.
probably
All
don't
right.
have to
So
do
that
it
was
today.
enough? Did you get the experience? Okay. All right.
Now, it's bad enough for me. I'm 59. I ain't never been in trouble in my life.
All right. Okay. Well, Mr. Moore, do you understand that you do have the right to hire an attorney? And if you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed?
Yeah.
And you, in fact, have done that. You understand that you did qualify and Mr. Patterson was appointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though
But
you
it was
understand that, you
expired.
want to waive your right and not use his services. You
Yeah,
don't use any
he's pretty
attorneys.
busy. It seems like.
What's that?
I think he's a pretty busy guy.
Well, he would be here for you if he needed to be. He is very
Yeah,
busy. He
It was
represents-
expired. I just didn't realize it.
All right. So you're
It was.
waiving your right to an attorney.
Yeah.
You understand you have the right to an attorney.
Yes. Yeah.
If you can't afford an attorney, you can use Mr. Patterson's services, but you don't
Yeah.
want to do any of that?
No.
You want to
No.
proceed on your own?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
And you've read the waiver and you've signed it, right?
Yep.
All right, then I will have the record reflect, including the docket notes and Mr. Regier, the journal entry, that Mr. Moore has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to counsel in writing on the record.
Yeah.
So then, Mr. Moore, let's go back to that plea. You want to set aside the not guilty plea, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to, how do you want to plead to operating motor vehicle without a valid license in Butler County on February 12th of 2025? And before you answer, let me remind you, you can continue the not guilty plea and we can set this for a bench trial at a later date.
No,
Or
I'm
you
guilty.
can plead guilty, admitting you did drive without a license, and we'll proceed to find you guilty and proceed with sentencing today.
Yeah, I was guilty. I'm guilty.
Okay, well, the third choice is you can plead no contest. I don't want to fight it. I don't want to take it to trial, but I don't want to admit it.
It's the same thing. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah. I'll plead guilty. Yeah.
All right, now that's your wife talking there to you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not your attorney. She's your wife, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you
Either
tell me.
one,
Don't tell me she's not your attorney, is she?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right, but she's your wife, and apparently you value her opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
very well. All right, but is it your own free will without anyone forcing you to enter this plea of guilty today?
Yeah, it's my free will.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to find that you know what you're doing and that you're doing it voluntarily. And tell me where you were doing this driving in February of 2025 without a license. What part of the county were you driving in?
I was Airport Road, Blue Stem Church. I picked up my Yukon because I loaned it to my friend.
Doesn't matter.
And found out he didn't have a license, so I went and got it. Said, "You park it right there. I'm coming to get it right now."
All right, the officer
Got it.
says you were driving a 2001 GMC Yukon. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said
And,
you were on 2900 Southeast Blue Stem Road. Is that what you said also?
Yes. Yep.
You said something about a church?
There's a church right there on the corner, 254 and Blue Stem. That's where I picked my Yukon up at. And
Then drove it down Blue Stem Road.
yeah.
I can't picture that because 54 and Blue Stem, that dead ends into the cemetery.
No, instead of turning and going to Don Kirkman's house, you go the other way.
Towards
It's right across the street. from
towards
Double
Leon.
Church.
He went towards Leon with it.
Yeah.
Instead of towards Lake, he went towards Leon.
Blue Stem 54 is just east of town.
Okay, he was out on.
I come from home, Rosalia.
Your Honor, if the court wishes, like in the interest of judicial economy, I believe I can.
I see. He was coming from Rosalia headed towards Leon. Go ahead, Mr. Regier. Fill in the blanks in my mind.
Yes, Your Honor. For purposes of jurisdiction, supplementing the record, and judicial economy, where this case proceeds to trial, the state's evidence would show that a stop occurred in February of 2025 involving a 2001 GMC Yukon at 2900 Southeast Blue Stem Road. The state's information is that is some distance southeast of El Dorado city limits, but well within Butler County boundaries.
Okay. When you, the white church. Okay.
Yeah.
Prospect. I got
Yeah,
the
Prospect
other
Church.
end of Blue Stem. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Regier. I had my mind down at the other end of the Blue Stem Road, down by the school,
Oh.
the Blue Stem High School, not the Prospect School.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, I'm with you. Yes, I do find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily entered this plea, that he's doing so within the statute of limitations and within the jurisdiction of this court. I find again that it is freely given, that he's doing it of his own mind. No one's forcing him. The defendant is accordingly found guilty. And Mr. Regier, do you have any recommendations for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. In addition to a $100 fine and appropriate court costs, the state is recommending a suspended jail sentence of 120 days, subject to a non-reporting probation of 6 months.
All right. Mr. Moore, what kind of work do you do, or do you? Are you
I'm
retired?
disabled.
What's that?
I'm disabled.
You're disabled now? All right. Well, at this time, your fine is $100. Your court costs are $108. So the total you owe is $208. Can you pay that today? I can give you some time if you need it.
We need some time.
Yeah.
Is 60 days enough?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you a 120-day sentence, but I'm not going to order you to be taken into custody. I'm going to suspend that jail sentence as long as you successfully complete a 6-month non-reporting probation. So for 6 months, you're going to be on probation. You don't have a probation officer. Maybe your wife can supervise you. You have 2 conditions. 1, don't violate any laws for the next 6 months. And number 2, pay the total of $208 within 60 days. That's all you have to do to be successful on this probation and not have to serve your jail time of 120 days. So
I'm good with that.
condition 1, don't violate any laws for 6 months. Condition 2, pay $208 within 60 days. And if you stop by the clerk's office on your way out of the courthouse today, they'll tell you the different ways you can pay. The different payment methods. All right. So any questions for me, Mr. Moore, Mrs. Moore?
No.
No.
All right. Mr. Regier, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We don't have to do any processing, do we?
No, Your Honor, the state's information is that this defendant had already previously failed to appear and subsequently executed an appearance bond.
All right. Okay. So you may go at this time, Mr. Moore, but make sure you don't violate your probation.
I won't.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Go play some pickleball. We're back.
Okay, Your Honor, we're gonna start with the females. That's it for the 5. We do have one more medical, but we're gonna get him last. He's the problem child.
All right.
First female.
All right, who would that be? What's your name?
Andrea de Cordova.
Yeah, so I got a lot of notes on this case right here. Mr. Quiver, I think that
It
you
sure
are
does.
a menace to society. I think you're scary.
Being single is like the fountain of youth. It's beautiful. I recommend it to everyone.
Ma'am, all of these are allegations. I didn't do anything. I'm telling you, I haven't.
Are allegations, you're absolutely right, but they are some very serious allegations.
That I didn't make, ma'am. I'm telling you.
Well, based upon the officer's report, these threats were seen on the phone by the officer. But it's all allegations right now.
And they're not from me, like I was saying. I'm telling you, and I have a recording to prove myself.
Great, then you got nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, you seem to not understand the concept of allegations. The allegations are against you. We're not alleging that you made allegations. We are stating that someone has made allegations against you. Now, conceptualize it. Make it part of you. Or that's better, David.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes, you may speak.
Thank you. Your Honor, I am an accountant. I work for the top 5 global company in the world. I have 2 children.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You can sit in the cell right next to Karen's spreadsheets, okay?
I'm not a menace to society. I have 2 children on my own with no support system, and I live on my own. No government assistance. I would never do whatever these allegations are, and it's all over a guy.
Yeah, that's what make it so disgusting and ridiculous that y'all let a man do this to y'all. But it doesn't help that you have a history.
Yeah, all right. Let's hear it for the boys, huh? Yeah. We drove him over the edge. once again.
I've only been I've only been convicted of one crime. Everything else has been dismissed. It's kind of the same thing. From what I hear in Georgia, people can make allegations and then I have to go to court and prove myself. And once I prove myself, they dismiss my case.
So you pled to a stalking back in 2014, battery in
No.
2015.
All of those were
Wait.
dismissed except for 2015. Sorry to cut you
No,
off.
ma'am. It said that you pled to 12, you got 12 months probation, intensive anger management, and a no contact on a Shamari Shirley.
That's my children's father, and that was 2015 for Shamari. But the first couple that you just talked about, that was a pretrial diversion. I think I was like 18. I'm 33 now.
All right. And so, and then 2022, 2021, simple battery and criminal trespass, but it looks like those were dismissed.
Ma'am.
And so,
Ma'am, are you a whore?
so the allegation is that you created a group chat. I take that back. Somebody created a group chat. At any rate, yes, it said you were the creator of that group chat. They have the phone number.
What's the phone? Are you able to verify?
The last four is 1603.
That's not
I'm sorry, 1351.
That's not my phone number.
Marked that the group shows the offender to be the creator. See the photo marked by the date, stamp, and time. The group shows the offender to be the creator. The victim provided text messages that show a phone number of, and then it says that number. It says that this phone number is linked to the offender's real name,
It is
which
not.
is confirmed by DMV.
It is not. That is not my phone number. I'm telling you.
He said that shit gets real over here. You mentioned being a part of a gang and that you were going to have the bros to gang rape and kill her.
Ma'am, that is not me. And I'm not
She is
part of a gang.
going to be your next body. And that all the hoes know that he is your man. I'm a dog. I'm gonna dog walk all y'all hoes.
And they're saying that's for me?
Right. If I see any of y'all bitches, I'm a dog walk y'all hoes. Your boss has been contacted I'm contacting your boss at the corporate office. These are just, again, allegations, but they are pretty egregious.
They're very much allegations, ma'am, and I have proof.
Can I say the words that she said, or
Sure. I need for you to tell me what went on.
that I'm not on that whole shit. I'm not with that whole shit.
That you are also linked to a false name of Cookie Carter.
Your Honor, I'm asking that you please allow me to stay in court and allow me to go be with my children.
Contacted her at her job. All this started from your boyfriend going on a cabin trip with 7 women? I wouldn't want that boyfriend. Yeah, you mad at the wrong person.
And 6 of them came back pregnant. We don't know if these two things are related.
Your Honor, that's even not true. That's why I'm telling you.
You said that you know where she lived. And that you never get caught.
Oh, looks like you do get caught.
Your Honor, I'm asking
All right.
for you.
So
Nothing says I got caught more than standing next to the first aid kit and talking to the judge on Law Talk with Mike.
number one, you must stay away from Aisha Barrow. If you are within 100 yards of her, you will be charged with aggravated stalking and you will be rearrested and held without bond. I'm setting your preliminary hearing date for February the 23rd at 8:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, that was the 304 Express.
Your Honor, please allow me to go home to my children.
So on your CAA form, you said that you don't work.
If I do not bond out today, I will not have a job. I will not be able to take care of my children. All they have is me.
Miss Andrea, I don't believe a word you're saying.
Yep.
Don't.
Maybe you shouldn't be stalking people and making horrific threats. It's like we don't think you care about your kids.
So, and God forgive me if I am wrong. All right. So for the stalking, I've set that bond at $5,000. For the harassing phone calls, I've set that bond at $5,000. I had denied your bond on the terroristic threats.
So I'm not going home. That's what you're telling me?
That's what we're telling you, B. That no bond on one of the charges, that's a hint. That's a little hint for you.
Your Honor.
Hold on. So your last contact with the judicial system was 2020,
When you bring out Annie?
but that was dismissed. And then 2021. No, that was dismissed. 2022. And then, so from 2022 to 2026. But it's all battery and it's all some act of violence. All right. So I'm gonna strongly, if anything happens to Miss Barrow, Andrea, I promise you.
Gentlemen, beware out there. This is what happens if you lay pipe properly. It can be very dangerous.
It will go real bad for you. If anything happens to Miss Barrow, I'm telling you. Can't give you a bond, Miss Andrea. You need to sit down for a minute. So your bond is denied on the terroristic threats. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't believe.
Oh, this is out there. This is out there. Everyone put your pearls away. There will be no pearl clutching. We're going to acknowledge up front that there's a high likelihood that this woman's cheese has slipped off the cracker. We can all see that. But the particular way it did is fascinating to watch.
You're not dressed in the manner that I normally see people dressed in when they walk into that room.
No, Your Honor. I just came in to say that we were unsuccessful in getting Miss Ortiz Phillips to come to court.
I am her attorney, Your Honor, and I have no problem with asking the court to excuse her presence for this hearing. I believe
she's not here yet.
There's going to be a request.
But don't worry, she shows up. And boy, does she have an appearance.
That the state is not objecting to. I've been so busy. I'm sorry. I probably
hang on,
could have
just
told the jail this earlier.
Hold on for a second there, Ms. Rowe. So does he have court dates, or did she have court dates set? This is Ashley Ortiz, correct?
It is correct, Your Honor. And she has a court date. Hold on.
Looks like she
sometimes it's so hard to behave on here.
Missed. So hang on. Just let me talk for a minute, okay, Ms. Rowe?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so warrant was issued in October. Looks like she's on the bail was set at $500 on the 20th. This is here for a pretrial, so we restart 60-day speedy trial on January 20th. We're just going to set a trial date 60 days from that date. What's 60 days from? They keep stealing that chart. What's that? March. So trial then will be March 16th and 17th. We'll do a confirmation on March 4th. And then we can set a pretrial in the next, again, I'll give you an idea. You can let me know when you want the pretrial there, Ms. Rowe.
They're just talking about your trial dates.
Your Honor.
Unless this is her. Is this Ms. Ortiz here?
She did agree to come, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Rowe, what's that? Now I will turn it over to you. What do you wish to have happen here today? I will set the trial date. Trial dates will get set and the dates that I said, but when do you want to reconvene for another pretrial?
Your Honor, the reason why, one of the reasons, things that needed to be addressed at this hearing this afternoon is the lifting of the $500 bail on her district court cases only. I have communicated the need to have this bail lifted, and it's my understanding that the state will not be objecting today to
that's a heavy lift.
Lifting the bail on Ms. Ortiz's case and thus allowing her to be released under DCR supervision. That is what needs to happen ASAP.
DCR doesn't supervise.
She'll be able to receive the services that she needs and likely be transferred away from the jail, Your Honor, but we need this bail lifted.
Is she being held in Superior Court?
No, it's my understanding that she's not being held at.
Being raped and tortured here, and beyond that, it's against the law. It's against America, and they're doing crimes against humanity, the worst crimes against humanity. I have evidence on my body right now. I have evidence on my body of rape and stuff, or something. Blood in my room.
Can I ask you, the deputy in the jail, is bail not set in Superior Court?
Your Honor, she was PR'd with a DCR eval.
Thank you.
At the time of her arrest, she's on an LRA.
It was an arrest. Nice try.
She's currently on an LRA, and they were revoking the LRA.
I see. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I
Ms.
tried to
Fazio.
call 911 on the police, and they backed down and said, "Let's negotiate." And I was innocent and vulnerable, or whatever.
Could we put?
Just Ms. Rowe, just hang on just a second.
Wait, calling 911 on the police didn't work out for you? That's foolproof.
let me hear from the state.
The state has no objection to removing the bail here so that mental health treatment can be sought.
So what's going to happen here today, ma'am, is you're going to be released on the personal recognizance. You are going to be taken for a DCR review, the same as in Superior Court. And then that's probably going to be, you're going to kind of go back to where you were. And then we're going to set it again. When do you want your trial date for pretrial there, Ms. Rowe? We'll set that in the morning.
I say,
Justice.
it's 30 days. Would the court be more comfortable with 2 weeks or 30 days?
It's up to you. What's whenever you want it.
I say 30 days, Your Honor.
Today's the 27th. We'll do it on a Friday. We'll do it on February 27th. We set at 9 a.m. And then Ms. Rowe, I'll kind of rely on you to keep track of where she's at.
I will do so, Your Honor.
Keep her in custody. I mean, she is a danger to society. My guess is that she's got mental health issues, although I don't know, and I'm not able to evaluate. But she's either one of two things. She has major mental health issues, or she is nasty and manipulative. Could be a combination of both. But either way, she's a danger. I don't know why we're letting her out of custody. She should only be in custody and go directly to treatment. That's a lockdown facility if we're doing that. That much is clear to me.
That's it for today, ma'am. You can be taken back. You'll get released your later day. You're going to meet with the DCR.
Please do better. Please don't be a terrorist. Please be a person. A fairy.
I'm trying my best, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think they got Ferry nailed. All right, where are we at here? Midstream, I got another quick one, and then we're done. Let me find it. Oh, I think this is from today.
Appears to be Thornton Dustin.
Zach's fault, of course. Law Nerds Unite.
Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Thornton is here on a criminal trespass, $3,000 bond, risk assessment level 3, some felony convictions, one recently for theft of property, 2 or more previous convictions, and then he's got this case, and he says he has no money for bond, $20 for bond. Ms. Quevedo?
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, Mr. Thornton lives at Ports with his grandparents. He's lived most of his life in El Paso. He is a U.S. citizen. He indicated that he started his studies in kinesiology at El Paso Community College and Doña Ana Community College. He has 2 children, a 17-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son that live with their grandparents here in El Paso. He has his siblings, his grandparents, his children, his nieces and nephews. He indicated that he is in the Army. He has been in the Army since 2006. He has no money that he can post. He is asking for a PR bond or any relief the court might find fitting.
Are there 1622 issues, Ms. Quevedo?
I think there are. However, Mr. Thornton is well, since he's in the Army, it would have to be through the VA.
I don't know that he is in the Army.
Okay.
What is your MOS?
Intelligence.
Intelligence?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in intelligence?
The whole time.
How many years is that?
2006 to now is about.
I'm skeptical. I won't say why.
19 years.
What is your rank?
I'm a general.
You're a general.
General.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Do you find that not true, Your Honor?
I'm not making any comment about that. Thank you.
I do. I don't believe that. I straight don't believe that. I do not believe that he's a 4-star general. Those are pretty few and far between. That's the sort of rank that people are generally familiar with the name. at that level.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Casas?
Judge, from my understanding is he was placed on PR Revo. Is that correct? And this is an alias capias because he failed to show to court?
That is correct.
Okay. So the state would argue that the bond is properly set. He has not complied with his PR conditions, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to reduce this bond to $1,000 cash or through a bonding company. No PR component this time.
And
Do
Judge,
you understand that, Monday?
might you consider 1622?
I will order a 1622 as well.
What is that, if I might ask?
I'm going to reduce your bond to $1,000. You can either pay $1,000 or get out of jail, or you can go through a bonding company and pay them whatever fee they charge you.
What is this 1622?
That is a mental health assessment.
I received a phone call that told me the charges were dropped. That's why I didn't go to court.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody from the public defender's office who already represents you.
Okay. Okay.
Will probably go talk to you within the next couple of days. Please discuss those matters with that lawyer. Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it. Word on the street is they are reopening mental health facilities, and I think it's long past due. Of course, that will come with its own problems. Of course, it will. But I think you have to go with harm reduction. You got to look at the problems we currently have and compare them to the problems that creates, and try to figure out which one's better. I don't claim to be smart enough to know, but a solid percentage of the people, in these criminal matters, have got serious mental health issues. That is obvious to anybody involved. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it.